Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with an update on the severe weather threat as we go through the rest of the nighttime hours tonight. The well-advertised line that we've been talking about all day is now making its way into the northwestern sections of the region, and it appears as if much of this line has actually weakened some during the past couple of hours, but we are seeing some development of new cells out ahead of this line. Right along the Red River here, you can see the clusters of thunderstorms across the southern sections of McCurtain County as I record this shortly before 11 p.m. These look like they have the potential of dropping some rather large hail. In fact, the severe weather indicator is showing that we could be looking at some at least golf ball size hail, if not tennis ball size possible. These are, put this into motion again, you can see the cells here mainly moving towards the east, maybe a little bit north of east. So as I zoom in, it looks like folks here in Foreman, Winthrop, Horatio, Aleen could all be in line to see some decent hail from these particular thunderstorms, in addition to the gusty winds upwards of 60 miles per hour. Again, these have just developed very, very rapidly during the last 15, 20 minutes or so. Further to the south and west, you can see the line of storms, and I'm going to zoom this out, and you can kind of see that we have did see this part of the line weaken just a touch, but we have seen a little bit new development here near Interstate 30 down towards Greenville. So this line is going to continue to move towards the south and east. One thing that is somewhat telling, you can see a little thunderstorm which popped up north of Jefferson, how it also fell apart. So hopefully that's a sign of what may happen to this line. We're keeping our fingers crossed as it moves further to the south and east. Let's show you the timing of things here. In order to do this manually, first of all, stop this. And again, we've calculated about 40 miles per hour as far as the line moving towards the southeast. So again, it looks like a little bit more than an hour in Texarkana. So around midnight in Texarkana. As far as Shreveport, it looks like that part of the line probably a couple of hours out, if not a little bit more. So let's show you, compare that with what the IHRRR model is showing at last count. And you can see I hit the wrong button. So here we go. IHRRR model as we move forward. You can see pretty much right now. You can see it is pretty much in line with where the line is currently located. Put this in motion and notice that the main emphasis stays across the northern half of the region. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to see any rain in Shreveport, just what the model is pointing at now. We'll have to keep an eye on to see if that redevelopment to the southwest actually continues. That's 1 a.m. The line's still north of Shreveport, and you can see it does move toward east, and we'll be pretty much done across the region after 3 a.m. if this bears out. Again, we do have severe thunderstorm watches, which are in effect for pretty much all of the Arklatex right now. We have watches for the northern part of the region where the storms will move through sooner, expiring at 2 a.m., but further to the south, the watches expire at 1 a.m., so that kind of shows you the length of time that we'll be dealing with the thunderstorms here across the region during the course of the evening hours this evening. Now, beyond this, we are going to see some improvement. Let's take a look at FUTURECAST and kind of advance things through the nighttime hours tonight. Again, the model does show the flare-up of the thunderstorms rolling through. Notice it did pretty much in line with the IHRRR, keep the stronger stuff close to the Arkansas-Louisiana line. We will see the sunshine. This is what I want to show you. Sunshine on the way for the weekend as well as Saturday and Sunday, as we will see some cool temperatures compared to what we've seen recently. Tomorrow, 70s for highs, but the 80s will return as we look ahead to Sunday. Another quick look at the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. And again, earlier this evening, the outlook, they did shave this moderate risk area back, due in part to the thunderstorms that we witnessed earlier today, which kind of took some of the juice out of the atmosphere, so to speak. So that line that we were worried about earlier today doesn't look like it's going to be quite as strong, at least the way it looks right now, as it could have been if we hadn't had those storms move across the region for as long as they moved across the area. So that's the latest on what we are looking at right now across the Arklatex, as thunderstorms now moving into the northwestern sections of the region. Severe weather still a possibility with a damaging wind and some large hail for the next several hours.